I hope I'm not offending anyone with this, but leg throws. I feel like with leg throws, you know what I'm talking about, where they grab your hands and you're throwing their legs like that. I feel like in some people it is appropriate and okay, but I think it's pretty limited to probably gymnasts and divers. I was a diver in Texas. We used to do that a lot, and it was fine for us. But I mean, I think the population that can do that safely is really, really small. And there's just so many great ways to strengthen the abs. It's like, why use things that put people under so much stress? Because to have that kind of a force going down, your abs got to be so strong to keep from going into that back arch. So that would be one. And I didn't see in y'all's gym, I don't think y'all have it. Do y'all have the seated machines where you sit and you crunch down on a bar? And okay, so I'm sorry to say this, but I would probably sell it for scrap, because when you, and again, I hope I'm not offending anyone, but I'm glad we're talking about this, because this would be a good thing to kind of spread the word by. As compared to lying and standing, when you sit, the pressure, and they've measured this in studies, through the lumbar discs is astronomically higher when you're sitting, right? And if you add flexion to that, then you kind of, if you guys know much about the disc, the outer part of the disc is tough, and it's what keeps the gel inside out. But if there's any kind of tears or weakness to it, it's usually going to be on the back side because of posture and the things that we do. And that gel is kind of pushed to the back. And if you're sitting with that compression and then adding a weighted flexion into it with all that abdominal pressure, it's a recipe for disaster if someone has any kind of already a bulging disc or something like that. And quite often, people have bulging discs with no pain at all. They don't even know they're there. Like 35, pretty fit, you do an MRI, their back looks terrible. And they're just like a ticking time bomb when you're doing that kind of stuff. There's, again, so many ways. You just put a weight on their chest and have them do it on the ground as a crunch. Also with rotation, you have the compression, and then you have a shear force, and that's a really good way to tear a disc as well. So I would really avoid those two machines, and if you see other people using them, I would warn them about it and explain why.